Episode 3 of Whitetail Tips and Tactics, brought to you by Sportsman's Warehouse, starts right now. This episode, we're going to go over several techniques of deer calling because it's that time of year. October lull, we're on the tail end of it. The pre-rut has begun. Philip, you're the master at decoying deer, you're the master at deer calling.
Well, I mean, first of all, calls and decoying can work at any time. But now with this major weather change that we've had, as you may well know, it's time to start making things happen. And I'm one of those guys, I'm aggressive when it comes to the calling and the rattling and the grunting and the wheezing.
It's that time of year. Sometimes you have to be more aggressive. And we're in Kansas right now hunting with our good friends at Triple H Outfitters, and we broke the calls out, and we're seeing a lot of deer start to respond to these calls. Like Philip mentioned, the weather's changed, cold front come through, the scrapes have started to pop up, and the bucks are starting to get on their feet. So, with that being said, they're trying to establish a territory, their area. They're looking for the first does to come into estrus. These are very essential tools for this time of year. So, go over real quick a grunt sequence right now. If you're seeing a buck, on a field edge, or, you're trying to get his attention so you can get a better look at him.
You betcha.
Yep.
First thing when I get out there and when I set up, I want to have visibility. I see that buck cruising there, I'm going to hit him, I'm going to throw everything out there to get his attention. Because you can change his attitude just like that with a call like this. And what I'll probably start doing is trying to get his attention with a grunt. I just basically, I might even, if I don't get his attention, I may get his attention and then see what his reaction is, Larry. I want to get that reaction. See if he's ready to play the game. Sometimes they're not, but boy, when you get one and he's locked on, it's game time.
Yeah, I call it the chess match because that usually when you do that and you get that buck's attention, that game of chess just started. You're trying to figure out, the buck's looking, trying to figure out where'd that call come from. And one of the biggest mistakes hunters make is they'll pick that call up, they'll start calling right back at him. When his head's up and he's alert, he's looking. So that's right. A good way to get busted in the tree or in your setup. So what you want to do in that case is whenever he looks and he kind of relaxes, either starts to go on, hit him again. And then keep that effort to make him keep his attention over your direction, so it forces him to want to come check out and see what buck is in his territory.
And what I call my closer call, Larry, if he's starting to go on and you think, golly, he's interested, but then you can tell he's not sure, he's not made up his mind. So what I do basically then, like I say, is the closer. And this is the way I do this. Everybody has their own way. I do a snort wheeze at him. And 9 times out of 10, with that combination of the grunts and stuff there, if that buck has any attitude in him at all, he's going to come. Real
quick, a lot of people watching this may not know what a snort wheeze is. What is a snort wheeze? What's a deer doing whenever he's snort wheezing?
Well, he's telling that other buck, he's telling him, you best get your hind end out of here or I'm fixing to kick it. I mean, that's the bottom line.
Yep.
I mean, that's the warning. That's the last warning he does before he comes
before the fight immerses.
That's right. Before it's on. That's right.
Give us a
well,
snort
and this is what I do. I just close the call down here on my hand like this, Larry, and I do basically do it in my mouth. But this gives it that throaty, guttural type wheeze that you get, or kind of a
nasally,
nasal, kind of a nasal. Yes, exactly. And it's like this, basically. I just sometimes you have to shorten that up because a lot of times he'll. And then you're going to find out real quick what his attitude is.
That made the hair on the back of my neck stand up.
I guarantee you when those ears start laying back and his hair standing up like an old dog and he starts coming that way, hey, let him, he's already doing his thing, coming to you. Just go ahead and let him do what he's going to do. Then if you need to coax him, hit him back with a Grunt or something like that, just to let him know it's that realism. And what I love about this stretchback in particular is you can throw that sound. I mean, you can do it like here.
Yep.
And then he don't just lock in on you a lot of times. It's like, especially when he's moving. Learn, when he's standing there looking that direction, that ain't the time to call. You know, and I know.
That's exactly right.
Let him be in movement there so he won't detect you and bust you.
Exactly right. This time of year, don't forget to get some calls to add to your arsenal when you're heading to the field. This pre-rut time, it's super, super fun being able to communicate and talk to deer, and hopefully, you know, you get one respond and come in and present an opportunity for you.
Yeah, that's right. Close the deal. And Larry, the one thing there is just have fun with it. Don't be afraid to use the call. Let the call work for you. You're not gonna, it's like fishing. You're not gonna catch every single one of them that you're throwing out there, throwing the bait out. But when it happens, there ain't nothing like it.
All right, so that does it for episode 3 of Whitetail Tips and Tactics, brought to you by Sportsman's Warehouse.